Leave a like and subscribe until the video ends or the delinquent will become your roommate.
Yo, what up everyone, and in today's video, as shown in the title, I will be teaching you how to make a 2-player PvP game in Scratch. So step number 1 is to obviously select your characters. Let's choose the Scratch Cat. For both, obviously, you have to save all the time. And I'm gonna go with 50. It's too small. Player 1. So as a last, so just like the Squid Game tutorial, I'll just pull this one out of my head on the spot. Just gonna copy that character, make it a player 2 character. Then we wanna make a background really quick before I get to the code. So it's gonna be out in the day. Maybe somewhere in the middle of some kind of plains, I don't know. This blue, turn this to white. This blue is not that good, this blue is a bit better. Copy this. Paste this right above, paste that. Now you want to place the Scratch Cats in opposite directions, like one at the left end, preferably the player 1, and the player 2 in the right end of the screen. So you have it fair when you get to PvPing. Now there's gonna be no jumping in this tutorial. This tutorial is gonna involve absolutely no jumping because it's a whole physics thing. But before anything else, you wanna set to left, right for both Scratch Cats because they are gonna rotate. And also make sure to differentiate the costumes so player 1 can be blue, for example, not this blue, just plain old blue. What I like to do is this Tommy, make it the dark blue, make the Tommy the darker blue than it should be and normally, and just to make the costumes pop a little bit. Then this guy can be red. Obviously it's just my choice to be blue and red. You can choose whatever colors you want. You can go green, yellow, purple, whatever the heck, whatever color you choose. Generally your choice with the colors in the background. I'm just making a little example. Alright, there we go. You want to set them back all to cat A, which is what we're gonna do in the script. Now just for you to understand better, I'm gonna switch to English. So you go to events, when green flag click. Now you want to make the controls for both the cats. So this is player 1. You want it to be pointing to the right, so pointing direction 90 is the way to go for this guy. Then you want forever loop, make a custom block, controls, just my personal preference to make custom blocks to set up space. So for number 1 player, we're gonna use WASD. So if you want to do like this, if I'm not gonna use when certain key pressed, because that's just gonna be way slower. Anyway, so you can choose whatever. So you want him to move to the right, so we're gonna choose D key pressed. 5 steps. And point in direction 90, and then copy the same thing, but choose A and set the direction to -90 so it all makes clean. And don't forget to put the script custom block in the forever loop. If you hear something, there's a mess in my house, like my couch is literally broken. I'm pressing A and Z and it is functioning. Then you want to do the same for the other player, so I'm just gonna plant the script, control, delete this block, place that block. You want to do the same for the other guy, but you want to choose different controls. In this case, if you wanted to move to the left, you choose the left arrow, making point towards the -90, and go 5 steps. Whoops, should have copied the entire F. But now you choose the right arrow and direction 90. So we're gonna say there. See the move. Oh, perfect. But this is a whole mess when they don't have the starting coordinate. So we're gonna do that next. We stop the script. So for the starting coordinates, you want to do this go-to block. One in this case, we're gonna go 200 for each, but for one it's gonna be positive and the other one is gonna be negative. Equally spread from each other. Wait, something's wrong with player 2. Pointing in the wrong direction. Points towards -90, my guy. Alright, those are the basic controls. Now, how we're gonna make the PvP? Well, before we add PvP, gonna do next costume here and here, next costume here and here, just to make it like cleaner. And look at that now. They're like moving around. This isn't gonna be in online multiplayer. It's gonna be just on one device, a single player. Let me turn on this uTorrent real quick. It's gonna be on one console, but it's gonna be multiplayer on one console, if you know what I mean. Well, so your friend comes over, you can play this game together on one PC. So we have player 1 and player 2. Now we want to make PvP, which is short for player versus player. And PvP in general means combat. Before we add combat, we need to add in the weapon and the HP. So we're gonna do that now. Delete my variable, make a variable P1 HP for all sprites, and P2 HP also for all sprites. And you can do it like this, or you can make an HUD and display them like that. And at the beginning you want to set a player 1 script. At the beginning of the script you want to set it to 100. There's a player 2 script up to 100 as well, right at the start of the script. Now as you can see, boom, they both have 100 HP. But there is one problem. This guy is not in the right question, so we're gonna switch that up. Oh, not cap B, cap A. Let's go now. Well, now it's pretty much perfect, and now we gotta add the PvP, which is the difficult part. Now you wanna choose the weapon first, preferably some kind of sword, but equal for them both. We're gonna choose a sword P1. After I draw a quick little sword, 24 should be enough. It should not be enough. Shift the diagonal, place it into the center, and thicken it up. You want a big sword, 83. Should be close enough, but we gotta shrink it even further. There we go. So what you want to do now is make the wooden hole. Then we're gonna choose a color for that real quick. If you're doing a vector, just make sure to avoid the perfection. As you hear, group the, I think they're keeping the sword abroad, and there we go. This one minor thing, they are gonna do equal damage, but I do want to paint player 1 sword blue and player 2 sword red, so we know which is which. Now duplicate. Also gotta make some scripts for the swords. Okay, paint this one red. So when the green flag is clicked, it's going to always go to the position of player 2. Let's see, it is always going to player 2 spot. When pointing direction, you want to do sensing, which is a bit more complicated. So you want to go off player 2, and you want to choose direction, so it always points in the direction of the player. And I almost forgot, you gotta choose left and right on both. Also it's required to choose left and right. So I'm gonna copy off the script to the other sword, make it, oops, not exposition, direction of player 1. But this feels just awkward. So you gotta add, you gotta choose plus at least 2, and then you wanna go X direction. So X position of player 1 plus 2. It's getting more and more complicated the more we go into this tutorial. Hope you're sticking with me by now. So it's gonna be -2. Oh my, the sword is way too far. In the forever loop. The forever loop is constantly moving away from the player. No, it's not even moving. You gotta go to player 1, go to player 2. Even though it feels like this whole mess. If it was a single player game, it would have been way easier. Or you can, scrap these scripts. Make them hide straight out of the gate. Then only when you want to fight will they show up. This is a player-owned game. Now we're gonna make the PvP controls for both players. So player number 1, it's obviously gonna be the spacebar. So if button, if key space press, broadcast attack player 2. And when the sword receives that, it's gonna show up, go to position of player 1, and then we're gonna make a script for swinging. It's gonna be a pretty complicated script, as you know, as you can see, so it's gonna be a lot of ifs. So if I thought that someone was going into my door. So I just quickly close. Whoops, P1 HP, that's not what I want. We want direction player 1. So it's gonna swing if it's on the 0. It's gonna be to the left. If it's above 0, it's gonna be to the right. So less 0, you go less than 0 and greater than 0. So if it's less than 0, so you got a pointing direction. That's a pointing direction minus 90. Minus 90. And then you wanna repeat that. Repeat 10 times. Turn to the left by 15 degrees. And the opposite. Well, I think it's gonna be easier for me just to use not rather than just replacing it. It may not work. So back up to 90, and instead of turning left, you gotta turn to the right. You gotta turn to the right, and then you're gonna hide. And I think you should broadcast an attack. And no, I don't think. And the wing. It's not even. Direction is 90. I think you gotta put a cooldown minus point. 1 second. Wait, something's wrong. It's not left or right. It's gotta be like. It's gotta go like this. Well, look what it just made. Ink. Pointing in the direction of 90. It's gotta be alright. Wait, I need to set up a block. Anyway, different. Set rotation style left to right. But before you begin, all around. Mainly left, right. And then I gotta transfer these two scripts. Okay, so this one does what the other one does. Now we're gonna transfer the PvP over to red. But it's gonna be another key. What is it gonna be? Okay, I'm on the arrow key right now, and the only I can barely reach the spacebar from here, but I do left, right. I do left and right. Yeah, it's not gonna require 2 hands. It's gotta be the M key. Gotta be the M key. It's the closest I've got to the arrow keys. So attack player 1. And when this thing receives attack player 1, go to player 2. Controls PvP. And we're gonna do another block. Damage detection. So this is damage detection for player 1. If it's touching any part of the enemy sword, you're gonna lose 10 HP, and then it's gonna be put on a cooldown. Phew, that was a good time. Turn off the mic. If touching sword, OP player 1. Oh, was a mistake, but it's gonna be. I'm making a lot of sense. Sword of player 1. This is player 1. If I touch sword of player 2. No, if you touch the sword, change the HP by -10. And then you put it on 1 second cooldown for the damage. We transfer the script to player 2. It's gonna be P2 HP. Touching sword of player 1. Wait 1 second. Put damage detection in. Put damage detection in on the other script. And I think you should be done. Let's check. Press the spacebar. Doesn't touch. Oh, I need to make the cooldown longer. No, I need to make the swing fast. I need to make him swing double the speed. Let's see now. Now it's properly working. Thank you guys for watching this tutorial. Leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video.